Neil Maupay's winner against Arsenal at the Amex Stadium last season in their 2-1 victory over the Gunners was Brighton's latest ever goal in their Premier League history. It was recorded at 94 minutes and 26 seconds. It was also the latest winning goal that Arsenal have conceded since exact goal time data became available in the 2006-2007 season. Brighton, Brighton, Brighton. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel for everything Arsenal and everything football. Thanks for being here. I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to the match preview for Arsenal's trip to Brighton. As you heard in the intro, it is never a good game against Brighton. In fact, since they were promoted, we've only beaten them once, so it is never a good moment to play Brighton. And that was not the only stats that you're going to hear on this video. So I'm going to be taking a look at the all-time record at last season's meeting, and basically the record since they were promoted back in the Premier League, the squad that we fielded last season when they beat us, and of course at the end I'll be taking a look at what my lineup would be and my predictions. So let's get straight into it. So for the all-time record, Brighton have beaten Arsenal 5 times, most of them coming recently. Arsenal has won 12 of those games, and there have been 4 draws. Of course, we are leading in the all-time record, like we usually do against many of these teams in the Premier League currently, or even the Championship, whatever. We always have the better all-time record. That is probably because we were a good team back in the days. Since their promotion, they've won 3 games. We've won 1 game, and there have been 2 draws. 2 wins for Brighton at the Amex Stadium and 1 draw. So we've never won away to Brighton since they were promoted back to the Premier League in 2017. At the Amex Stadium in total, they've scored 5 goals against us. We've only scored 3. And in total, in all competitions, probably at the Emirates and at the Amex Stadium, in the 6 games we've played in the Premier League, Brighton have scored 8 goals and Arsenal have scored 7. So they actually have a better record than us. That is very, very shocking. The last time we beat Brighton was in the FA Cup in 2015. Remember, that was also the season where we went to beat Aston Villa in the final, went on to beat Aston Villa in the final, so they were part of that run. We also beat them by the same scoreline, 3-2, back in 2013 at the Amex Stadium too, in the same competition, in the same round, so that was very interesting. We also beat them back in 1998 in the FA Cup too, so it's a good time to play them. It's usually a good time to play against them. So in the Premier League this season, both teams have played 15 games. Arsenal has won 5, Brighton have won 2. We've drawn 2 of those games. They've drawn 7 times. We've lost 8, they've lost 6. We've scored 15 goals, they've scored 18. We've conceded 19, they've conceded 24. And we have 17 points, they have 13. We have a goal difference of -4, they have a goal difference of -6. Very, very terrible. So let me now take a look at last season's meeting in June next. So you'd remember we were the first team to play after lockdown. We played against City and lost, and our next game was going to be against Brighton away, and we lost it too. Our lineup that day, we had Leno in goal, Bellerin on the right, Mustafi and Holding as the centre backs, Kolasinac on the left, Dani Ceballos and Matteo Guendouzi in midfield, Saka, Pepe, Aubameyang, Lacazette as the front 4. Of course, 5 subs were allowed those days, so we brought on Joe Willock for Dani Ceballos, Tierney for Saka, Nelson for Pepe, and of course Martinez for Leno. Why was Leno taken off? Because Neil Maupay injured him. That picture you can see on screen right now, that was another thing that makes Arsenal fans kind of hate Brighton, because Neil Maupay literally injured Leno, and he literally kind of ended Guendouzi's career at Arsenal. So it's never a good time to face Brighton. Another stat from that game, Pepe's goal in that game, it was the first ever goal he scored outside of London. Remember, he had scored a couple at the Amex Stadium. He scored away to West Ham. So every one of his goals before then was in London. Sorry, I think that record still stands to now, if I'm not wrong. Obviously, in the Europa League, he has scored a couple of goals. I'm talking about the Premier League. We'll have to take a look at that. But yeah, that was our lineup that day. That was our the stats from that day. For them, they had the likes of Mope, they had the likes of Gross in the squad. So probably 4 or 5 of their players will still be there. And for us, I'm expecting a lot of changes from that lineup. So it's going to be interesting to see what my lineup will be. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. So I already put out a predicted lineup as usual. I'll link it up in the YouTube card right now. And people are like, why would you put this one in? And I was like, that is the predicted lineup. That is not my lineup. This is what my lineup would be. So my back four will be Bellerin, Holding, David Luiz, if he's fit, and Kieran Tierney. Len obviously in goal. And then in the middle, I'd have Granit Xhaka, who played kind of well against Chelsea, very well in fact. And then Dani Ceballos would come in for El Neni, and Smith Rowe will keep in his position in the number 10 position. And then I'd bring back Aubameyang on the left. I'd have Lacazette as the striker again and Saka on the right. Martinelli is not being dropped because he's a bad player. No, it's because he has played 2 games already in the last 4 days, 5 days. So I don't want him to get injured again. So I'd rest him for this one and bring him on later on, or have him start against West Brom. But I don't think he's ready to play all those games in a week. So on my bench, I'll have Ranason, Pablo Mari, Niles, Joe Willock, Willian if he's fit or if he's recovered, Mohamed El Neni, Pepe, Gabriel Martinelli. I like calling him Gabi Martinelli, and Nketiah. So that is what my lineup would be. And my prediction will be Brighton 1, Brighton to get a goal, and Arsenal 2. It will be back-to-back victories for Arsenal, I hope. It will definitely boost our momentum, and I'll be very happy with that. So let me know what your prediction is and what your starting lineup will be. Make sure you drop a like on the video. Come on, you Gunners. Thank you for watching. Keep staying safe, and I'll talk to you guys later.